Welcome back to the True Facts Podcast. I am Roman.
And I am Ahmed.
And we are back for a real episode this time. No special guest star Austin. We kind of just wanted to get back into the swing of how things used to be before that treacherous monster came into our lives. Can you agree?
We missed Halloween.
We missed Halloween. We were planning for we didn't really have any ideas, but
we had one Halloween note for that episode, and all it says is ghost segment.
You can tell how prepared we are, and this is our work ethic toward this podcast. We do enjoy it, but boy, does it slip my mind. Yeah, we missed Halloween. We were at least I was looking forward to. I like to do with the holidays and stuff, and Halloween is one of the biggest ones in the year. I don't know what we would have done. Yeah. We could have done something, but here we are. We're gonna do.
Is Halloween your favoriteest holiday?
No, I actually don't really like Halloween that much.
It's mine favorite. It's my favoriteest holiday.
And can you give me 13 reasons why?
Reason number 1. I could be a ghoul on the outside like I am a ghoul on the inside.
Okay.
Reason number 2, please refer to reason number 1, and so on.
So I can be a sticky little ghoul and touch the kids.
I could be a little ghoul in a fucking loincloth walking around.
You got a little leaf covering your dick. Hello, little children. Leave me alone.
It's awful, wrong.
Is that an almond joy?
May I have a piece?
Okay. I was never found again.
Their whole hand.
So speaking of Halloween, last week I got into what do you call it? It's like a want. It's like a. I know it's a video game, but like a wanting to play a video game, like a scary video game. Mm-hmm. There's like more of a descriptive word that I'm trying to find, but
you had the urge, you had the desire.
There we go. That's
you had the sick fantasy.
The sick fantasy. I had to play it. Anyway, so I started.
You had the disturbed urge.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I don't want to dig up any fucking hidden secrets that we all carry.
I don't want to be investigated.
Yeah. Please don't look up my Google search history, please.
Please don't.
But Ahmed over here recommended these 2 fantastic horror games to me. He did the honor of purchasing them for me, even though he didn't include the sales tax. So I'm technically in the whole 72 cents, and I don't really appreciate it. But the first game was called Blood Wash. And
this is after I provided him 3 free games that he refused to play.
Well, they were bad. I played most of the free games.
You downloaded one, and you didn't play it.
Which one?
I don't remember. It was a week ago.
Whatever.
But it's sore at you.
I play almost all of them that you play to this day. Anyway,
yeah, okay.
So they came in a bundle for like $11, which is actually a good deal for what they were. The second one was called It was called Nights at the Gates of Hell.
Night at the Gate of Hell.
Night
at the Gates of Hell.
Night at the Gate of Hell. And then the third
Night at Marilyn Manson's house.
Who's Marilyn Manson? Is that a phone I just heard?
No.
Oh.
Marilyn Manson's like Marilyn Monroe, but not at all. But please go on.
Right. I understand. And the third one was a mini game included in Night at the Gate of Hell, right? No, I'm sorry. What is it called? It's called Nights at the Gates of. It just sounds like a nickname.
Night at the Gates of Hell. It's supposed to be like an Italian horror movie name.
Oh, right. And it was included as a mini game, and that one was called the Booty Creek Cheek Freak, which I'm sure once we start talking about it, I'll include some audio clips so you can really get immersed in what the game was. My favorite was probably I would probably say I like the story of the first one better.
Blood
Wash, just because it was a more compact game. There was
I really did love Blood Wash. It was so good.
It did get me a lot. But then the second one, it was just long. It had you wander through a
I thought you would enjoy it more since it had shooting mechanics.
I did like the shooting. But it, I don't know, something about it. It was like
since it was longer, it had way more good scares.
Yeah, I think at the end I got kind of tired of the scares. I just wanted to finish, but I did like the game. But if you want to, I probably should include some background music or something. But
Probably
anyway,
some
I could just do the Goosebumps theme pretty fucking loud the entire.
Oh yeah, just the whole time. Didn't we use that before?
Yes.
For something?
Yeah, we did. It was like 20 minutes of the Goosebumps theme. Where we're talking about Goosebumps stories.
Yeah. Alright.
Maybe that was with Austin, actually.
Actually.
So the first one took place. I think were we stranded on the road? I can't. Or no. It was in the. It started in the apartment, right? There's an apartment.
You tried to recount Blood Wash, and I'll correct you as you go.
I think that's literally what we were doing.
So far, you're correct. Yeah, you were in an apartment.
In an apartment. And
you remember the protagonist's name?
No.
I don't either. Go ahead.
Let's just call her Ashley. And so I think for whatever reason, she needed to do laundry. So
she had an interview the next day for a job.
Oh yeah, so you remember these little details. Look at that. Well, I'm just too focused on not trying to get fucking my booty fucking scared. So job interview, needs to do some laundry. The ones, I believe, were they out of order in her own building? That's why she had to leave?
Yeah, in her own building they were busted.
So she had to leave, of course.
Yeah.
And I think she took a bus.
Yeah, she took a bus.
To this little plaza.
But remember on the bus, what happened on the bus?
There was a weird-faced thing, if I remember.
Yes.
It's a weird-faced creature, little guy. Oh, that's right. It was on the bus. I forgot. It shows up later in the game. That's the monster. That's the spooky. And so she gets to the plaza, and she goes immediately to the laundromat. And the guy's like, I'm gonna take my midnight nap. And so he falls asleep. We don't see him until he later dies, murdered.
Yeah, the laundromat attendant was rude.
Yeah,
and
really rude.
And then later on, he gets murdered.
It's a shame. So do some laundry, and then it kind of, you do a lot of finding items, or just talking to side characters in every building in the plaza. And so every time you find an item, you can ask one of those people about that item, and you do that several times. And then as you do that, the story escalates. I think there was a point where, obviously the monster had come more. I think it was after you talked to the guy in like the appliance shop.
Yeah.
So I think after that, that's when shit really goes down, because you kind of go in order. I think. At least I don't know if you necessarily have to go in order between the stories.
Talking to people, that's up to you. It's whatever items you ask them about. Oh, right. You can pull out one item at one store, go to the next one, pull out another item, ask them.
One thing I didn't...
That's not the time. It's actually timed by the laundry you're doing.
Yeah.
Remember?
It was actually, like, accurate within real time, which is very cool.
It's laundry mechanics.
One thing I was going to say is sometimes I didn't quite like how you would you asked about one of the murder victims.
Yeah.
And like they knew some stuff, and then they're like, oh, I don't know nothing. And it's like, oh, now I remember this guy's name is this, and this is family history. He made $100,000 a month. So you know all this shit about him. That kind of didn't really add up, in my opinion. But I guess it was still a good story. What do you call those little helpers to the story, to add to the story?
Side character.
Then the police officer came, and he was a little bitch, and he didn't want to shoot anything. You could shoot I believe you could shoot the gun.
Yeah, you shot a lock off of a door,
and that's it. But then,
or something to that effect.
I can't remember how the story ended. It was like,
All right. So
how did you have to refresh my memory? It's been a while.
All right. So there was an ending boss fight and then an epilogue. Which one don't you remember?
Oh wait, the boss fight was
you fighting the womb ripper. Also, the main character is pregnant.
What did I do?
That's the killer. Yeah, so you go into the womb ripper's lair. You find a gun. You find the corpse of the guy who everybody thought was the womb ripper or suspected or whatever. Or the story made us think was the womb ripper. Then you go into the basement with a bunch of mannequins that look like the womb ripper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's coming back to me now.
And then you start fucking shooting her in the brain.
See, this one I didn't remember as well, really, because the other one was just a whole bunch of fucking shit. It was a long game for McRib. For what it was.
Like 2 hours.
Yeah, it took me a long time. Let's hit the boss fight at the end. So the second game was quite the same. Not the same. It was by the same.
Yeah, it was by
developer.
The developer was Black Eyed Priest and the publisher was Puppet Combo. But I think they go by Torture Star in game.
Torture Star in game.
Yeah, because Torture Star Video, everything's a movie. Like all the games are a movie. That's like the aesthetic.
It did feel like a movie, that's for sure. It was long enough to be a movie.
Good movie.
Good movie. This one, I believe this one started, if I remember right.
You remember,
I don't remember
it started in a graveyard?
Oh my, okay. So, yeah. So it was this guy and his girlfriend.
This is funny.
They were chilling in kind of like a surrounded by bushes, cleared out area outside of a church kind of deal. And they're going to have a little picnic. And they're going to start having sex right after their girlfriend removed the shirt. So, I know we're all getting a little hot and heavy here. So she told him, no sex, no condom. Well, no condom, no sex. And he's like, oh, fine, I guess I'll go get a McRib. So he walks away. It was a very long, conspicuous walk back to the car. And then he was like,
what was that guy's name?
I don't remember. I'm awful with names in games.
So the girl's name was Razor. This guy's name was fucking whatever,
Brendan.
Tom. Yeah, shut up. and he, he got denied, and he started going.
Don't cry, my little
Don't cry,
baby.
little baby.
He walks back to the car, comes back, he's like, yes! And he pulls out a rubber.
Yes.
And he comes back.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
He's skipping. He's clapping his. He's not clapping his hands. He's fucking clicking.
Clapping his cheeks.
He's clapping his own cheeks, and gets back to the clear. Several monsters have, pinned her against the bush, and
the bush.
proceed to remove her breast.
They ate her tits off.
Yeah, it was a sight, and I called it. Actually, I didn't know what was in it. I'm like, they're probably gonna rip her fucking tits off or something. And before I know it, you see two little empty breast circles on her chest, which is quite sad. I wanted to see the sex scene.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I'm lovely. Anyway, so he's like, oh man. So he walks away. The little skinwalkers are.
Well, he runs away.
Oh yeah,
he runs away from the zomboids.
Yes, the zombies.
This part isn't all that important. We're gonna be here all day if we do the entire thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got 2 hours. You don't want to record for 2 hours today?
No.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
No. So he goes to the church, whatever. That's when
the dead nun eats him.
I don't think that's true.
Sister Mary. Okay.
How do you know? You don't know.
Because I was fucking there.
I think eventually he gets out of the church.
No, he dies in the church.
He doesn't die.
Mary. He dies. That's not David. That's another guy.
What?
Yeah, that was another guy. This was a white guy. David's, a different race.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, it appears I wasn't paying attention.
No, you were. You barely remember anything.
It's been a while. We should have planned this. Well, anyway, so I guess he dies, and then
David takes over.
There's at some point
You
you're
start
roaming
follow-
through a city, right?
Alright.
You're going through.
That's after the. Alright, so that was the introduction was at the graveyard. Level 1 is in the apartment.
Oh my god, this game was so long. Holy fuck! I thought this was like 3 separate games here. Holy. Okay, this part took forever, man. The fucking that you got to go through apartment, and you're constantly like turning electricity on and off because some doors are electronically powered, and there's
That was a weird mechanic, but I kind of liked it because it didn't make sense, right?
It didn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was,
Power's off,
stuff.
the door's stuck. Power's on, the door's open. I mean, the power's on, door's stuck. Power's off, the door's open. As like a security thing.
Yeah, it does make sense. It's just
Mm.
you know, it's something you have to kind of figure out eventually. And with little hidden vocal clues that he gives you. Like, I haven't been in apartment number 5, apartment number 4, or some doors are locked, so you have to go through manually and wait.
You
until
eventually find
things.
like a skeleton key.
Yeah, like keys and other shit like that until you're able to go through. You gotta fucking play the game really. So.
Mm-hmm. We saw a lot of assets from Bloodwash and
They did a lot.
Yeah.
They did a lot of carrying little items and fucking references, just on little things. Like one of the main characters in Bloodwash was Peepaw. He was this old man who ran a convenience store, and so this is really not that important. But in the next game, there's a T-shirt on the ground that said like Peepaw.
Yeah.
So
Also, Stan was there from the last game.
Oh, yeah. So
From
there's
Bloodwash, your neighbor Stan.
that's right. Stan, she was a neighbor in the apartment. Gotta take a drink of my coffee. Listen to this.
Okay.
It's cold now. Proceeding. This part took me a long time. I don't know why, but I just couldn't figure it out. It was there was some pretty good scares though, for sure.
Yeah. Let's try to remember one.
I think it was when I was in the electrical room, and I think it was when they came out the stairs, like how fucking hotels.
The
and shit have
stairs were closed the whole time. Then 3 nuns pop out.
I fucking died. I've died so many times. And I believe, so you have to rescue your wife. Like he thinks that like he's gonna bring his wife back from the dead. Even though she's got her eyes filled with bees and shit, which is should be a sign that she's not coming back.
It's not always bees, it was maggots.
What? He said bees.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
You shut the fuck up! I said bees.
Why would he be in an apartment with a bunch of
McRib? Why were they buzzing around?
The flies buzz. Flies fucking are born as maggots.
Whatever.
They turn into
think
flies.
You know so much more.
When do you turn? When do you turn into a fly, motherfucker?
I don't know. I don't have my cocoon skills yet.
Fucking bees.
Whatever. So we skip the fucking building with our wife through the elevator, and then at some point, I don't know what happens next. You gotta continue this.
You go into the city and you meet the crew.
Yeah. So
dude,
we were stranded here by a boat, and then you took the drill sergeant guy, right? And nope. That's the
there's
captain.
Skeeter, Captain Charles.
Oh, then the mama and
Bartholomew.
the mama and his son. The fucking
also stands there.
it stands there too.
Belinda, Charles, Stan, Skeeter,
Charles,
Captain.
Charles. So the joke about the mom and Charles is that Charles, the son, is actually like super fucking old. He just sucks on his mom's tit, whenever. And so this next part of the game is just walking around the city, pretty much gathering ammo, finding pieces to fix the ship.
Yeah, you get a shotgun.
Gasoline, I think a fuse, and something else. This is the part of the game where you get a shotgun, which I did like a lot, actually.
The dance studio part of this level is crazy.
The dance studio.
Alright, so the dance studio is where you find the shotgun, and when you grab it and when you go to leave the room, there's like 2 dead girls dancing with the instructor.
Oh yes. You gotta kill all of them.
Yeah. Well, you ran away.
Well, yeah. I couldn't do it in time. The reloading time was too slow. So yeah, so you go through all that. A lot of jump scares there, a lot of murdering. It's a lot of the same thing throughout the entire game. Just shooting and collecting items to proceed. We eventually gather everything we need. After a long... This part took me forever. Finally get on the boat, and then... I think... Do we start sinking, or we hit something, or the engine's not...
You get in the boat and you get attacked by a zombie shark that eats Belinda.
Yes. And then Charles is now depressed with the remainder of his storyline.
He's not that depressed.
And so we get into a little raft, and Stan stays behind. He's like, I'll catch up with you.
Fight the shark.
And the captain's a little bitch. He doesn't know what he's doing. So we end up all on this island. Or
turns out he wasn't a captain. He was a cabin boy.
What a stupid liar. Stupid liar. And proceeds. You're going through this little graveyard, pretty much by yourself. Everybody wants to stay behind because they're losers. And
this part's pretty short.
Yeah, pretty much. You kind of do the same as usual. Actually, I don't know, because eventually everybody gets abducted.
Yes.
And you gotta fucking break them all out of jail. So it's just another part of going around the... Would you say it's like a castle? It's not a castle.
It's like a compound.
A compound. That's a good word. Doing the same as usual. You know, you get shit. I can't remember what stuff you had to grab here though. What did you have to grab? Well, obviously keys.
Yeah, you gotta grab a key, kill a boss, and find people, I guess.
Well, yeah, everybody is pretty much in their separate cell. I know we bring another person along. It wasn't it before he was naked.
There's some naked guy.
He was there. And then eventually, I kind of want to skip forward a little bit. After I think you do something scary. Definitely a lot of jump scares in this part. A lot. They sounded a lot like this. And if you didn't notice, I just put a cool sound effect there. Did you hear it?
Okay.
There's a large fight at the end of the whole game. We're all together. Really, I've in this process I found several guns for the big final fight. Everybody gets a gun. So you hand one to Charlie, the little boy who lost his mother tragically. The moment you hand him the revolver, he turns it on himself and shoots himself in the head. Now, I thought that this was the most sickening part of the entire... I don't know why, but still, I was still thinking about it being gross. When he just fucking killed himself, I don't know. It was really a very dark moment. I don't know how you felt about it, but I wasn't expecting it. You never really think.
I think if I remember correctly, you started laughing and pointing.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I think that's what you did.
So large fight, a lot of shooting, as you would expect. Yeah. The ending to me, to be honest, it makes absolutely no sense. I don't get it. The fucking Stan just, everybody else is dead. Everybody else gets fucking ripped apart and shit and dies. And you're the only one left. And Stan, he says he's gonna catch up. Well, he catches up with you through this like Rick and Morty fucking portal, and everything's fine. Everything ends. But is there an epilogue to this game?
Well, no, you get something better than the epilogue room.
What happened?
No, so there's an ending cutscene where you guys jump into hell.
Oh,
and then sets up the next game.
Right, and then the big boy monster comes behind the little castle thing. Well, then the real best part of this whole game, which I kind of just want to describe briefly. It's probably the funniest thing throughout the whole game itself was the mini game. Essentially, it was called the Booty Cheek Creek Freak. So it's pretty much just two guys camping, and this old man comes along. What are you guys doing out here, kind of thing. And the whole story is that there was a guy who sat down in the toilet, at a public restroom and couldn't get back up because his ass cheeks were too fat. And I think, did he die there? He died?
Did he die? Yeah, he died in the toilet.
He died in the toilet. And then they're like, oh, I don't believe it. And one of the friends at the campsite was like, go get my thing from the car. And the guy's like, the thing. And so anyway, he goes back to the car, just like the condom and the girlfriend, just the same kind of thing. And he comes back, and the guy's he falls from the tree, I believe. And then his ass cheeks have been stolen. And well, no, that doesn't happen yet. It's after.
Wait,
right?
no,
no, it's after.
First,
so
the old guy says nobody shit on the floor in the bathroom. And then our main character fucking eats a bunch of beans and goes to bed. And then he wakes up and says, I think I got a brown. If I don't make it to the bathroom, I'm going to brown all over the place.
Which he proceeds to do. Anyway, so you get to the bathroom, shit on the floor. And then the booty cheek freak. Wait, the booty cheek creek. The booty. What is it? The booty cheek creek. The booty creek comes. He's like, give me your ass cheek, boy. And something like that. And then it's a chase home, even though there's nothing chasing you.
Yeah.
And then that's, I believe, when you find out that the guy's ass cheeks have been stolen. If I'm not mistaken.
This is more interesting in game.
You gotta play it. You have to play it.
You had to be there, man.
You had to be there. You guys gotta go play it by yourselves. If you have a PC or a laptop, it doesn't take much to run. It's like a fucking pixel game.
The game is 1 megabyte big and 2 pixels long.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell what's going on. But there's a mini game inside the mini game kind of thing where you gotta. It's like Slenderman. If you've ever played it, you gotta go and collect. I think it's still like 11 or 7 pages. 7 or 11, I don't know. 8 pages maybe. But this time it's bones and the booty cheek creek freak, or the booty creek cheek freak is walking around, and he will eventually sniff you out because your booty stink. So you gotta, at the same time as you're trying to find these bones to flush down the toilet, you gotta find aerosol cans and spray your booty. That way you didn't get your stench. This took me several tries. It did. But eventually I found all the bones and I found my way back. It's like a puzzle. It's like a maze kind of thing. Several turns. Everything looks the same. But eventually I got it. And
there's a room that was all ass cheeks.
Yeah. There was a room that was all ass cheeks, which I liked a lot.
Yeah.
One of my favorite rooms in the whole thing. But I think the design overall of all 3 games, I liked the style. I thought how the characters looked. Their weird 3D paint shape. You know, from Microsoft fucking Paint. I like how. I mean, it wasn't like Microsoft Paint. It had a little more style to that, but
it looked like N64 games. It
looked like an unfinished game, really. Like the basic first like idea board of a game, and then they're like, "This is good."
I like it. It's very stylized.
I do like it. So those were scary. I recommend you guys go, or whoever the fuck is listening. Maybe I'll.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, pals. Go play it. I can't pay for it.
It's McRib season, guys.
Wait. McRib. It is McRib season. And
McRib.
No. Have you ever had a mate? No, yeah, of course you haven't.
No, I have not.
They're nothing special. They're awful. They taste like somebody took a carving knife, went against somebody's thigh, took a large chunk of meat, put it into some classic smoky Kentucky barbecue sauce, slapped it on a piece of bread, and
onions, pickles,
another
piece of bread.
Yeah, exactly. Now, in my opinion, the McRib, this is the worst food you can ever have from McDonald's. And there's a lot. McDonald's doesn't have very good food for one.
It was fucking $5, by the way.
Well, because we were watching a movie. You know, it was informative. It was factual. A documentary, really. It was called McRib. something about the Green Goblin from Spider-Man being fucking addicted. It was like an alternate story to him getting revenge on Oscorp, except this time he just wants to bring the McRib back. And that's all he can think about.
Harry, you forgot your mid-morning and afternoon McRib.
That's pretty much the joke. But the McRib is the fucking worst thing I think I've ever had off that menu. It just a bunch of gray meat that happens to be coated in a decent tasting barbecue sauce.
It's pretty anemic, but I guess isn't it weird? Why do people love McDonald's sauce? All the sauces they go crazy over.
They're not good. The only one I've ever really kind of liked is the
McRib.
Szechuan sauce. We gotta get the Szechuan sauce, Morty.
It's the most unique one. The other one just ranch.
I never tried it.
I have some if you want some.
Thanks, man.
No problem, bro. See, I got you covered all the time. What are you yawning from? You could use. I know what you could use. McRib.
McRib increases performance and fucking attention span.
I just don't like how it made me feel. Wanna know how it made me feel?
My tummy hurts.
Master gave Dobby some rock. Dobby is finally a real. Can't include that.
Real fucking, you know. Whatever.
My tummy
Okay.
I like McRibs. Anything else? Any last thoughts?
Fuck.
Just want to get back into the swing of things, you know, talking,
Yeah.
communicating
I think
with our many people who listen. Keep
Oh,
giving us
going
AdSense.
following.
Keep listening. We gotta afford more McRibs.
Yeah. We can almost pay off 1/4 of a McRib.
We're almost there. Excuse me.
Yeah,
God,
well,
disgusting. So go check
okay.
out. Go play those games. I think you'll have a good time, or at least watch somebody play them. Maybe you know what we should do? We should do the True Facts gaming channel, where we just play stupid games.
We could do that. It'll be sad, but yeah, we could do that.
It'd be me just screaming whenever something happens to pop up on the screen. It could be anything.
Oh, bro, you do good reaction. You just start fucking screaming and flailing all over the place.
I do. I lose control.
Barrels! Stefano!
That's a PewDiePie reference.
Yeah. Come on, Stefano. Sasha!
Any last thoughts? Any last remarks, comments, concerns?
Why did short people stop wearing red hats, blue shirts, and black boots?
Why?
Nobody knows.
Are you okay?
The setup was from Cold Ones. Anywho,
we'll be back either next week or the week after.
or fucking 10 months from now.
Or the week
Who
after.
knows?
Who knows what we will be doing.
Time is an illusion.
We might do shorter episodes, but more atmospheric.
They took away 1 day from us for no reason. They took away 1 hour today for no reason.
Yeah.
Time doesn't matter.
If they can just take away time, then I can just kill a bunch of people.
Oh, clip that.
No!
Chat, clip that.
No!
No,
I'm
don't use
just
that
kidding,
against me in
don't
a court of
worry.
law.
Fine.
Just
fine,
kidding, just
fine.
kidding.
Just kidding, JK.
In Minecraft, of course.
Of course. Wink. Anyway, this has been a good one. We will talk to you guys. Well, you know, you'll hear from us eventually. I don't know.
All right.
All right. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye.